Hey treasures, welcome back to my channel.
Ain't nobody realer. Sex is like a
I
drug.
know, it's weird. The setup is super weird. I'm hoping it looks better later, but yeah, I was in the midst of doing my makeup and I was like, you know what? I should film this because I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a long ass time, and I'm like, why not? Not that this is a tutorial because I barely know what I'm doing, but you know. So, like I said before, in my 2022 goals, I was going to be adding like more makeup on my channel. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And pretty much like today's look, I want to do like something really colorful. I watch this Jada and I watch her story times. If you haven't seen the Nanny series, go watch it. It's amazing. It literally should be a show on Netflix. And so I'm like, okay, I'm inspired. I want to do makeup now and do like something like really colorful that's like that I don't do. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can like look at my Grwm. I'll leave it up here. But yeah, like I just do basic looks and lashes, and I haven't done for a look since like last Valentine's Day actually. So yeah, let's try this out. Let's also have a discussion because there's a lot that's going on in the celebrity world and I'm interested in that. So I do pay attention to like certain things and I have an opinion. Like I said, I'm like a judgy little bitch. So told that Tristan Thompson cheated on KHLOE again. And I know like we're not surprised, right? Like no one is surprised by that. But at the same time, it's kind of just like, okay, he cheated on her again. Okay, fine. But now he has like a whole other ass child. And I'm not going to speak about the child or like the baby mama because like who cares about them pretty much. And like it's a baby. Like why would I talk about a baby? You know what I'm saying? I follow US Weekly like on my Instagram. So I like get updates on like what's happening in the celebrity world and all that shit. And I'm like, okay, so he cheated and all this stuff. And like in the comments, I read the comments sometimes whenever I'm like feeling like really, really low. And so I read the comments and like everyone is pretty much just like laughing at her. Lots of clown emojis. And it was like, okay, yes, it was ridiculous that she forgave him in the first place, but she did. And I was just like, okay, girl, like everyone knew that he was going to cheat again. Like it wasn't like this was a surprise. Like everybody knew it. What are you talking about? But now she's saying like, on like her gram, whatever. I guess people are making fun of her a lot. And like that's cruel. Like that's a cruel thing. Like unfortunately, like, people laying their opinions on you. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so she had a bunch of people like calling her like stupid and all these different things. And yeah, yada yada yada. Like you know how social media works. And in my opinion, like the way that she's handling it is kind of like fine. You know, I haven't really seen how she's handling it because I honestly just don't really care about her. Like I kind of wrote her off when she forgave him the first time when he cheated and she was pregnant, because I think like if a guy cheats on you and you're having his kid, there's nothing he won't do. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There's no other situation where he's not gonna cheat on you. You know what I'm trying to say? So like her forgiving him was just ridiculous. Honestly, if I see in the media that like she ends up going back to him, I wouldn't even be surprised. Like that's the worst part. And this just leads me to like females in general, and like my issue with them is just like girls will forgive guys so freaking easy. And it's like, no, like I hate when people are like, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. Like, there's no benefit of the freaking doubt, okay? There's no benefit of the doubt. They know what they're doing. I think that, like, should be, like, canceled. Like, if you're going to cancel anything in 2022, I think giving the benefit of the doubt should be canceled. I look so weird in this light, but whatever. It's, like, a thing. It's a vibe, right? I don't know. I have this thing where I never really give the benefit of the doubt. I don't give the benefit of the doubt, but hear me out. I don't not forgive people. It just takes a long time if I am going to forgive somebody. And I don't necessarily let them back in my life anymore. Because I know, like, at that point in time, they did something to me that they knew I wasn't going to like. And they did it. And they knew that. And so, like, if they're going to dismay me, why am I not going to dismay them? They were fine with it being not okay for me, so I'm fine with us not being okay. I know my eyes look like a mess right now, but like, just bear with me. All right, KHLOE decides to forgive. If she decides to forgive him, I'm kind of just gonna be like, I'm not shocked. There's like this girl that I know that like she got played out by like this guy, and like she's even with him now, honestly, but like he played her out so many times and like did everything to make her feel insecure and all this shit, and like he was below her in my opinion, and like she just wanted him so bad. And to me, it's just like, I don't know how girls are like that. Like, don't get me wrong, like I've dated people, and now that I'm broken up with them, I'm like, oh my god, like, you know, we're not on the same like level at all. Like, I've dated people like that, but I've never been like I've never let anyone really disrespect me, especially like a male. I just don't let people disrespect me, and I don't know if that's like because I'm fine with like letting people go. Like, I don't know where it comes from, because like I'm the only person like in my family that's like this. Like, I don't really forgive people. So if someone was to do me dirty, like, it's just like, okay, well, bye. Like, I really don't like forgive people. So like in a way, it's kind of like maybe forgiving people is like a strength. This is like a therapy sesh, and my eyes look super weird, but like, don't worry, like it'll come together in the end, especially if I fuck it up. Like, lashes will make it look like I knew what I was doing anyways, and liner if I don't fuck up the liner. But like, what do you guys think? Like, I think like her forgiving him the first time, I know a lot of people forgive people, and like she wanted to have a family, and like that probably was like why she forgave him a lot of it. But like, even if she didn't have a kid, I just feel like a woman would forgive anybody like that, like just forgives guys when, because like for some reason, I don't know why, I'm so happy this is changing. Like, if I ever have kids in the time where it's more popular to be like single and you're treated right than to just let go of all of your standards and morals just so you have someone. I just think that like having somebody at the end of the day is not the most important thing, but it is to a lot of people, and I don't know why it's still like that. Even now, I remember one of my friends was like, oh, like, sorry, are you dating anybody? And I was like, nope, fuck that. And she's just like, oh, like, okay. And I'm like, what? And she's like, well, you know, I just want you to be happy at the end of the day. I wish like you would find somebody. And I'm just thinking in my head, I am happy. At that time, definitely not now, but at that time, like, I was one of the happiest I've ever been in my life. And it was like partly because I was single and I was on the road to like learning to like love myself again. And I was like falling like head over heels in love with myself. Like, that sounds crazy, but I legit was falling head over heels in love with myself. And so to me, it was just like, I'm like the happiest I've like ever been. Barely been happier than this. And of course, like, she's married when she's saying this to me and stuff. And I was like, that's what it is. It's like, no one thinks you can be happy by yourself, or like no one thinks you can be like the epitome of like the happiest unless you're with somebody, and that's just like not the case. If he proposed, I feel like she would probably take him back. I don't think that it's like out of the blue. I like, he's apologized and all this stuff like that. And then she posted an Instagram post, and I'll have it like right here. And I just remember that time when she had a freaking ring on that finger, and like everyone was like, is she engaged? Like, what a dumb bitch. Never talked about it or whatever, but then eventually like she removed that ring and all that shit. But it was just like, it was so stupid. Like, girl, you knew exactly what you're doing. No matter what she did, everyone was calling her an idiot. And like, I think that's the worst part, is like, for me, I can just never have someone calling me stupid based off of a guy. Like, putting myself out there for a guy, like, just like makes me cringe. Like, I just don't see that happening. And like, even if she like fully like lets go, it's just like, it doesn't even matter to me, or it doesn't matter, not that my opinion matters to her at all, but it doesn't even matter, because at the end of the day, she's gonna like go and be stupid for somebody else. And like, all these guys now are gonna be looking at her and being like, oh, well, she tolerates this, she tolerates that, she tolerates this, like, I can do this many strikes to her and she's gonna stay. Or allowing yourself to be disrespected by somebody, you're showing all those people that you tell, all those people that he tells, all those people that are in the circle, in universe, will know what you tolerate. And you're teaching people how to treat you. And every single thing that you do, you're teaching people how to treat you. So if you let somebody disrespect you that bad and you go and tell your friend, they're going to be like, okay, not that people are super calculating, but they're going to be like, okay, well, she tolerated this, so I know that I can kind of like get away with this if I ever wanted to. Especially guys, because guys are the ones that like to throw all that stuff in your face. If you tell a girl what he did to you and you went back to him, most girls, unless they're me and a super bitch, like, would be like, oh, babe, like, I know what you mean, like, I've been there before. So girls understand, but guys understand in a way that it's like, okay, she puts up with this, she tolerates this, cool, that's why I want her. And they allow that. And then, like, if you don't and you change and you become a stronger person and you stop putting up with all this bullshit, they'll be like, oh, well, you did it for so-and-so, so does that mean you loved them more than me? Does that mean you love them more than me? Does that mean that you want to go be with them because you let them do all this to you, but you cut the cord with me and I just made one mistake, but you let so-and-so make 10 mistakes, and they'll throw it in your face. And yes, you can just get up and walk away, but that's besides my point right now. I feel like guys, well, that's manipulating and gaslighting maybe, but I feel like guys will throw it in your face. And even just to, like, have that conversation and be like, fuck you, like, I don't care, like, I've changed, I'm stronger now, like, he taught me what not to do, and all these signs, so, like, bye-bye. Even if that is what's gonna happen in that scenario, the problem with it is the fact that you still have to have it. So, like, I am just the type of person that, like, I would have rathered, which is why I am the way that I am, like, I'd rather just not put up with anything than to, like, even have that conversation thrown in my face, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather do that. And, like, of course, like, when you meet a new person and stuff like that, you tell them about your ex, you tell them, like, how your ex hurt you, because you're hoping that you're giving them the blueprint of, like, what not to do, you know what I mean? Like, I already been through this, I already been hurt in this way, so, like, how about we start fresh, and I already told you what not to do, so, like, you need to be this different, and that's that. This is, like, I really just, everyone is gonna hurt you, right? But there is some things that you just don't accept. And I just think, like, us as women, because we're such natural nurturers, we choose to accept, like, way more. I'm not, like, a complete man-hater, you know? They're good for, like, a couple things, but, like, a couple years ago, whenever cheating became, like, a thing, and we need to, like, unregulate. We need to, like, stop being like, oh, well, he only cheated once. So I think we need to change that and make it be like cheating is not okay anymore. But I feel like it's a thing where it is okay, and if someone comes out as cheating, it's like, oh, okay, well, they just cheated once, so, like, you need to work it out. And it's like, no, I'm not working shit out. Like, you knew what you were doing. The whole consensus is like, you knew what the fuck you were doing. Okay, so next I'm just going to put on my lashes, and then I'm gonna do my face, and then you guys are gonna see, like, the whole completed look. It looks pretty, like, cool. I'm not too mad about it. You guys are gonna see the finished look in 5. Anyways, guys, I can't wait to see you in the next video. And remember, if you haven't joined my book club, whatever, I will have this up here. Please start reading it now, because February 6th, we're getting down and dirty with the book Verity. I'll have it up here. Stay tuned. Bye, guys. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.
Yeah. Ain't nobody realer. Sex is like a drug, I'ma be a dealer. Get you high, you know you might just hit the cellar. Hit it right one time, you know you